we don't tend to talk about the same things, right? You know, Liquid, for example, they tend to have good starts, right? Tend to, you know, be a little bit slower on adapting, versus for FURIA, you know, we tend to just have them do normal. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, right? We kind of, you know what to expect. Versus for EXTREMUM, I think that they're always the consistency, you know, when it comes to these teams. I feel like they never really get completely blown out. You always can kind of count on these guys to kind of, you know, make it back in a certain degree and making competitive, and that's what I'm expecting here today. We've talked a lot about, you know, the Bentester, Jacobs, Grats, even the whole crew, right? And they need to show up today, you know. Jacob had a fantastic here yesterday, Grat as well. You know, we've seen Art and Junior, they have been very active with that AWP. We need to figure out a way to kind of stop these guys. But what a fantastic start here for Grat as well. We are live, CT side start for EXTREMUM on Furious map pick.
Oh, and no fear for Grat today. Humble up outside, Yuri grabs a pistol, can't do much with it. Asa helps out as well.
Oh,
and
yes.
2 headshots from him, leave
Beautiful.
Art alone. EXTREMUM with a statement on this pistol round. Can they keep it clean? No, of course not.
Man, this is a great beginning for... Didn't want to speak too soon. Great beginning for EXTREMUM.
Yep.
Talking about the Vetos, by the way, I do want to say, right, you know, we got to see 100 Thieves and FURIA play an awful lot throughout 2020. Veto was always a treat. You were always guaranteed to have a Vertigo in there. A lot of the time, you would get the Inferno or Nuke. So this one really is like a pure EXTREMUM versus FURIA game. And what I was going to say is because they play the same maps a lot of the times they face each other, I can tell you this. Vertigo, which is EXTREMUM's pick in this one, is a map that they have not beat FURIA on since the beginning of 2020. They beat them there once, and throughout the rest of the year, every time they played it, FURIA beat them.
Damn.
So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, where that rivalry's at now.
I mean, FURIA even brought in that triple boost into that Vertigo game.
Exactly.
In
in that game,
and
yeah.
honestly, I find this kind of interesting because I feel like if we do go to Inferno, like in the past, I would always go, yeah, FURIA are winning that. But I haven't actually rated FURIA's Inferno massively at this event. But what we've seen from EXTREMUM, I mean, I know yesterday was maybe not versus the best judge of opponent.
Oh man, times are wild. I'm favoring EXTREMUM here as well.
I don't think, you know, for the series, I'd like to think FURIA can 2-0, but I think if it goes 3,
so you are a delinquent.
Yeah, I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top. You know this, Harry. This isn't new. Nothing special.
As a clarification as well, because I flunked the winner's advantage for final. Yeah, they don't have a map advantage. They do have a veto advantage, so they get to pick. That's pretty common, so they at least get something. I'm a fan of that, though. Always, that's one map up grand final.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I always think the map advantage is too much, but equally, I almost feel like, you know, veto advantage is kind of too little. So it's like, what do you do, right? But the main thing is doing it the way that it's done. We obviously get the longest potential series, which...
I think what you should do is if you come from the upper bracket, at the start of every single map, you know, you have like 10 grand. So you don't even play a pistol round. You just your team. They're USP armor. They're USP
You're
armor.
M249 armor.
You're like M249.
Nade, smoke,
Hang on. What are the teams here? They're USP armor. You're kit M249. So you're all on the same team.
Yeah.
And you're just gunning them down.
I mean, you've got to set a precedent, Harry. You've got to make a statement early. You've got to get in their heads. How else do you win? Well, the 10 grand will help.
That's true.
Oh, that timing. Oh, he's done it. The net. Jacob thinks he's spotted everything that went on outside. He has no idea.
Yeah, and EXTREMUM has a guy in vents as well. Grat, he's definitely gonna go down here. There's no way. Oh, he actually. Oh, what? Okay, the comms are there at least. Nice done by EXTREMUM there. You know, even if you're not 100% certain, just the fact of like they could be down there just gets Grat to at least leave his angle a little bit. He's also low. Jacob goes
so
down.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, and Astro goes down as well. Ooh. This is a bit of a bonus round. Oh, Grad actually kills him with the molly. We had 3 SMGs here actually on EXTREMUM's end. Okay, the round's over. It's a bit of a fast round for FURIA. Obviously, no smokes outside. We go for a wide swing. We don't spot anyone. So I mean, it's looking like a very good Furia round, but EXTREMUM's comms there definitely in order. At least gets the comms out that, hey, they could be here. So we do see them at least jiggle peek a little bit. Good start for EXTREMUM.
Good start to Gratisfaction as well, eh?
Yeah, it's the AWP as well now.
Yep, really grown into the tournament.
Yeah. He's been super standout. Him and banter definitely the guys to look out for on this team. But well, they've got to watch out as well because we've got pistols running out the hut. Luckily, Jacob's here to clean up banter with a 3-piece. And Art a little bit late in the lobby.
It's
So
a funny
both of,
story for you, Hugo. Probably not a funny story. But just because you said 3-piece, I remember this is way back when I was working with the Gfinity guys who used to handle all the Call of Duty stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously they had some of the Call of Duty commentators working at the company. And I was just hanging around the offices like one time watching the Call of Duty guys work, you know, didn't know a lot about that. Was watching them do their commentary. And they kept saying that all the time, you know?
Yeah.
A 3-piece, right? 3-piece, 2-piece. And then there was this one call where he went, it's a 3-piece and a biscuit! And I was like, what is happening here, right? And that meant like he'd got 3 kills and a grenade kill, right?
Oh, a biscuit,
but
okay.
Yeah, but I didn't know that, right? And so I went up to him afterwards and I was like, why do you dickheads keep talking about fried chicken? And he was really offended. He was really offended.
He got
really
upset.
Yeah, really upset. Really upset. He was going, you do realise that's my job, yeah? I was like, sorry, mate.
Yeah, Richard, if you ever take the piss out of my commentary, I will.
I know, a bridge too
be
far.
very
right?
angry, yeah.
How dare, but I mean, what's
How
a biscuit,
dare
mate?
you.
Come on.
Biscuit's a grenade kill, Richard. Catch
Yeah,
up.
I know. I'm such a boomer. It's outrageous.
Yeah,
Get with
that
the times, old man.
I'm saving that for later. Get
Yeah,
ready.
Take a little look at this push, right? Deep fried, delicious new generation. Man, they are trying to be the best fried chicken place. Never mind esports org. Vinny, he's gonna get the little chicken wing entry, but now a couple of nuggies out through the hut.
I think this is a quick save call here for EXTREMUM.
It might just have to be a save, right? I mean,
Double lower.
they can.
Is now.
Maybe if that little like bargain bucket piece from heaven had come through.
They forgot the chips in the drive-through, man. They're running after the car.
Where's my gravy? I ordered gravy. I need moisture on my food.
I need moisture.
I need moisture. I'm from the north. We don't generate saliva in the northeast. I need moisture on my food. You know, it's true, Northerners.
It is true, Richard. I am a saucy guy. I eat everything with sauce.
I'm the same, mate.
I don't like dry stuff, you know?
I legitimately have a saliva deficit. Right, no joke. I have to. If my food isn't moist, I struggle with it. It's not getting finished, probably. No joke, mate.
Did you guys know that apparently there's a condition where like people have a hard time with certain words and like they can get like nauseous and stuff? So like one of those words are moist.
Yeah, I vomit when Harry talks too.
Yeah, no, I have heard about that actually too. Yeah, I think I went to school with a guy that could do that. If you said garlic bread to him over and over again, it would like generate a sensation in his brain. He didn't like the smell of garlic. It would make him sick. Yeah, you can make him like vomit on command.
Then you just walk up to him and shout onions. He starts crying.
Yeah, people just used to go up to him going garlic bread. Garlic smells garlic bread. Garlic.
Kids are brutal,
and he'd go no garlic. And then he'd just be sick on himself.
I feel like there's better tricks you could use than garlic, but hey, it worked. That's 5 HP. He's probably not going to work.
School. Like, the more I think about the school I went to, the more I question my own sanity in a way.
Garlic bread.
Yeah. Did you go to the school with those kids that could just be sick on command, Richard? Yeah, did you? Was there a unique mode of transportation that used to take you there? Yeah, there was, yeah.
Speaking of who needs to be sick on command, Lias and Jacob here if they were to win this retake.
That's a good one. Hats off, sir.
Wow, he's done it there, yeah.
It is that.
I'm saluting that one, Robin. That's your best work yet.
Thank you so much.
Saluting that, mate.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Oh, Big rat. Honestly, right? So I wanted to say, like, this is actually a really, really cool game. Like, I'm obsessed with it because the last time we saw these guys go head to head, as Hugo said, it was the last dance, man. It was IEM New York. A little bit of like a look into the emotions heading into that, right? For all we knew, NACS was basically dead. Right, like the Aussies, that's what they were planning for at least.
Yeah.
JKS was leaving. 100 Thieves were disbanded.
Jacob left.
The Jacob did fully leave at the end of that, but I mean, like, you know, heading into that game, you knew JKS was leaving. You knew that the team was like falling apart. It looked like it was about to be a very, very sad ending. You wanted it to end on a high, and it didn't. If you were an Aussie CS fan, right? The last dance of the boys is one where they sadly finished in second place, but now, you know, months later, not even like in a process of years, it felt like this team was gone. Months later, back with banter under a new banner of EXTREMUM and 5-1 up over FURIA right now, trying to secure a spot in a grand final, baby. You know, maybe it wasn't like some big last dance. Yeah, JKS is gone. We got a new guy in here. We got banter trying to hold the fort. But it's a very exciting time, you know, it's a very exciting game. There's a lot of history behind EXTREMUM. Looking good right now. Yuri's trying to complicate matters, but yeah, man, every single time, you know, someone's going above and beyond, EXTREMUM are clawing it right back into their favor. 3v2 in this round. 6-1 about to be on the scoreboard if they're able to find it.
Oh, don't speak too soon. Keisarato's patience, it pays off. Now he's got the bomb. His teammate is already out ramp as well. He needs to go grab it. That minimap can be eluding at some times, but Junior's crawling out ramp room, no one here. We've got Liaz dedicated lower, banter playing for that top side, good position for it. You've got to worry about the heaven wrap, but time is already ticking and pretty fast at that. FURIA, are they going to do it? banter, it's the one place he's not really looking at right now. He's going to at least have some form of warning. Oh, there it is, 12 seconds. He looks up. Now they start to flood in. banter, will he at least get one here to set Liaz up for the round? Whiff on the drop, and Keisarato gets away with that as Junior covers with a kill. Up Ven for Liaz in a 1-on-2, and the Molly's going to delay him as well. Got a kit. And playing on the ladder, no one looking. He's going to make noise. That will surely get hurt by Lobby. Keisarato is waiting in the door for this kill, but Junior stealing both of them and stealing the round away for FURIA. Not 6-1 after all.
Yeah, I mean, both of these, even if FURIA ended up going lower there, I think rotates for CT side there is very long. So either way, yeah, banter definitely needed a kill there. Same could have been said if they would have gone down lower for Liaz, but good stuff from FURIA, really taking their time there, slowing down the pace. This is something, a bit of a different change of pace that we've seen the past few days. Rather than FURIA starting this ultra aggressive, we have seen them being a little bit slower. Just been rushing the bomb sites. Finally putting EXTREMUM on a low buy here as well.
Yeah, keep an eye on that CT economy. Get a feeling that's going to be a factor in the next few rounds, especially if EXTREMUM can't convert this. Good start there from Jacob, but immediately Keisarato answers back. 2 kills of his own.
Yeah, smart play there by FURIA. We have 2 EXTREMUM members pushing in hot. FURIA's reply to that, go out squeaky. Meet him there. Yeah, 4-on-2 situation. Liaz does have an M4, but notice that there's one guy here. We don't have a kit, and with Liaz going down, obviously round is over. Brasser here, you're looking to maybe get a kill, save a weapon.
Yeah, Art's covering it though. As will he check it, moving in front of the smoke, and Art, what a perfect play, man. He gets spotted in garage, somehow wins that fight. Liaz looked very paranoid, clearing everything, and then pushes his own smoke in the right at the end of the round. FURIA find another, warming into things. It was a nice start for EXTREMUM, but now a bit of reality comes their way, and they have to eco. FURIA set up for 4 rounds on their T side before we have guns.
Yeah, yesterday that Liquid game, FURIA got 10 T rounds. So it is that, as we know, FURIA, good T sides. Not bad on CT side either, but more rounds you can get here. EXTREMUM already at 5. Sure, you're not happy with it just yet, you want some more. But it's a good start, at least, nonetheless. Full eco here. Bit of a B1 bomb site stack. See here as well, we have Art and Junior walking out ramp as well, taking up more space. Remainder lobby players for FURIA here, all they have to do is wait, make some noise if they want. Do a bunch of damage in the process, but essentially we're waiting for the Art to come up in heaven, and that's our move.
Yeah, this should be it. Easy, peasy, lemon, squeezy.
Yeah, super solid. 5 alive as well. You know, worst case for EXTREMUM, I think at least give them props for doing something together. 5-man stack. I'm not aware of the potential flank, but again, it's a gamble, right?
All right, what's the game plan here now for EXTREMUM? Sit back on their laurels and wait for FURIA, or are we going to see any plays being made? Grat is glass with the AWP. No kit either for the retake. We got smokes outside for FURIA, wide ones coming in. Grat, he's not really going to be able to do a whole lot about this. He jumps up. I like the move going towards the garage roof and looking for the early kill. Sees that no one's crossed yet and grabs the first frag. Yuri gone. Grat back for more, and he sees Art escaping as well, so grouping back in the lobby is the call being made right now. Lets you double up on ramp if you want. As is dead on the A side though, Kate Serato, the door master, running out with a double, can't find the heaven kill. Out ramp they go, but Liaz is there. Orb looking for the drop. If Liaz gets his kill, it's the bomb, and it's the round at this point. Junior does get the shot off though, 1v2 now. Jacob and Grat on the other side. And Junior, not a lot of room to work with. He can drop B, but he's walking into Grat right now.
Man, that's what makes FURIA so dangerous, right? Just look at the timing they get there. Out squeaky, Kesraro gets 2. Just lovely stuff that they don't over-rotate. We still see Lias actively holding ramp. Essentially wins them that round. If he falls back, I do think FURIA is just going to get him there on the rotate. A lot of teams struggle on versus FURIA. Just managing that squeaky area. Like to walk out there as well, throw a smoke, go to vent, double boost above hut. So a lot of nasty stuff can come in. Double op setup here now though for Art and Junior. Looking to fight versus Grat here outside.
Hoping he goes over again. They're checking it from Silo. Oh, even the AWP spots him in Garage's time. Grat not giving a lot of info. He's getting arms, he's getting legs, he's not getting any clear shots though. And if they cross towards Secret, there is a B player walking up right now. Jacob could stab them in the back. Grat's gone. Jacob reacts and he does take down the AWP. But Grat spotted another man on the main roof and he reveals his position with a kill. 4 on 3, FURIA getting ready to explode on that top site. 2 CTs here, and Azza getting caught, getting behind the back of the site. 4 on 2 now, nothing can possibly go wrong. Bentet's going to try though, and he gets a double. Not enough, Liaz in the clutch, and they're facing him together.
Man, that's a crazy good try out of Buntet. Liaz though, sadly, right, moving in with the Famis, missing that first opportunity. From that point on in, the round was pretty much done for Liaz. Really good try out of Bunter. I don't think you could have asked for anything more there, right? He's backed into a corner. He's getting split from like a trillion different places at once. He's hating life, but he manages to power through and almost give you a chance there. Regardless, it is still FURIA moving up onto 5, and you know, really started to close this gap. It's about to get completely closed up. You know, the money is now broken for EXTREMUM.
I just love how much they flex on these A rushes, even if they're not like committing to it. They love sending a guy outdoor. Keserato always spams these smokes, running down vent, things like this. FURIA just don't have respect. And it couldn't be more entertaining to watch. Just getting your door blown open and your head knocked off. Oh.
You can tell though, definitely a different approach here for FURIA versus EXTREMUM. We have a different game plan, but utilizing a lot more outside. Want to take fights against Grat a lot. Try and choke them off a little bit more. We don't see, 15 rounds lobby defaults into, a B1 takes all the time. Maybe FURIA believes that EXTREMUM are a little bit better at that than other teams to hold. So straining themselves out a little bit more, trying to work rotates. And you can see as well for EXTREMUM side, they have been pretty active. It's not that they've done the same thing over and over again. Last round we saw Jacob actively helping out Grat outside. This round, don't see anyone, no AWP. Bit of a outside setup. We can throw a flashbang if FURIA gets too close. We'll have 3 members there from EXTREMUM essentially fighting. One from Mini, one from CT Blue, and then we'll get an extra one to fill in for Mini. But oh, Lias going down that ramp. He had a great spot as well.
It's only Art though. Grat knows right now he wants to try and take him down while he's low, but Art's been joined by a teammate, and now the bomb coming as well. EXTREMUM have to respect it. FURIA could just drop lower right now. They've left the Yor behind red. Junior is in no hurry. And FURIA start to move down towards that lower bomb site. New flash, not seen that one. Popping on the ground, but dodged by Junior. As are the 1 CT and lower right now. And far too much on his plate.
Oh, yeah. That peak was, he was like dead from so many angles. Like he just didn't even bother fighting. He just
accepted
just kind of accepted that. That was a little bit sad in his final moments.
Gotta
But in Grat, they will look to save these guns. But oh no, how's this happened? How have FURIA managed to completely and utterly flip the script? Going from a great lead for EXTREMUM. If you remember, they were like 5-1 up. We were all kind of laughing to ourselves, having a great time. To now FURIA in the lead, 7-6. They will get away with the save at least. That's something. You can put up a little bit more resistance here. But with how FURIA are looking today, you used the word flex earlier, Hugo. That's really the kind of vibe they're giving me, man. As mentioned, like throughout 2020, this was a matchup we had time and time again. They are very, very familiar with like the kind of older generations of each team here, right? Obviously, 100 Thieves, JKS instead of Banter. FURIA with Henny instead of Junior. But they know the basics, right? They know, they're familiar with how Azza likes to call, and Azza's familiar with how Art likes to call.
Oh, through the molly.
Yeah, but Art's also in Mini already. He's just been jumping around as this all has been going on. And this is a half buy from EXTREMUM. Sure, didn't really have the weapons to be holding that off. Would like for next round would be the last round of the half, but maybe for EXTREMUM to try something. Go a little bit aggressive, go for a bit of an entry maybe. Solely because I feel like FURIA is just running around now. We see Art is really having a game, right? He's ramped last round. He's been actively outside, fighting against Grat. Had some success, but FURIA have actively been taking that outside control and kind of putting EXTREMUM in a tough spot. Haven't really seen a lot of pushes from the Mitre.
Oh, so sad. He could have waited till he went up the ladder. Would have been a free orb. Oh, Vinny, he can get it after the bomb goes off, maybe. Yeah, Gravity sends it into his hands. And yeah, we know EXTREMUM are no stranger to a comeback, especially not on Nuke, but this is a great recovery for FURIA. 5-1 down, up to 8-6. No signs of stopping. All the money in the world. And yeah, let's hope EXTREMUM, you know, try and take some control here, make a play, push up below silo, get into trophy. They need whatever they can get, whatever they're given by FURIA. Same fast smokes outside, but you'll notice no one's moving behind them. They're going quick on the ramp room. Gratz here with the orb, right position for round 15. And he again shuts down Yuri, all too familiar.
Yeah, finally gets an entry as well for EXTREMUM. Makes this a whole lot easier. We know that FURIA likes to run these lobby takes, so even with being 5v4 now, Grat's still there. So yeah, we want to be a little bit mindful for outside. Jacob's in a good spot for if they do go mini or underneath heaven. Not sure if we do have anyone lower for EXTREMUM. No, we don't. But yeah, Grat's fallen back, so he also has full control for outside. So good setup here for EXTREMUM. Nice and defensive. Anywhere FURIA goes here, except for just fighting outside, would mean that EXTREMUM would at least have 3 members there.
Oh, Flash doesn't really do anything. It's actually a smoke dropped. Flash went off at the same time, it won't help. Trade will though. Oh, from heaven there's the orb. Art spots it. He's still running. They're going to hear this.
Oh,
Grat trying to clear it, and great shot through the window. 2 up. FURIA, last round of the half. Looking for these top kills. Azza ready to react if Bintek gets peeked, if he gets mollied. And here it comes. Maybe a double phase. Oh, a little delayed from Azza. He gets both players down so low, but the orb doesn't care about the health. It takes the head off of Vinny. Junior now could drop down the vent, little escape move, and get that bomb plant and attempt to clutch the 1-on-2.
Yeah, I mean, best weapon for it at least, but 9 HP, Grat's already here. 3 kills this round for him.
Oh.
Yeah, he is very active this round, Grat. Starts the round with obviously getting a kill by Ram, falls back. Does a really good job there, fights Art outside. And it was looking dangerous still, 2-on-4 situation. Gets the 2 inner bomb side, guys, and what a half. But yeah, we'll be back after the break to see who wins map 1.
The narrowest of margins here on Nuke between FURIA and EXTREMUM. Remember, the winner of this series will go to the final against Team Liquid. Take it away.
And away we go. T-side for EXTREMUM, and they're walking right into that A site. No waiting about, apart from all this waiting about. 3 players in the hut, but lots of grenades, right? Do you have a plan for this? Or is it just contact and you save it for the post plant? Out they go. FURIA a full retake. There is no one here.
This might be a double nade up in heaven as well, and then smoke up there, just as a post plant, after plant kind of strat.
I mean, you've bought full armor if you're FURIA, Robin. Wouldn't you say it's a bit of a risk to play top site retake with this buy?
I mean, normally when you do 5 armor, you tend to rush somewhere, right? Maybe, you know, lobby and whatnot by ramp or outside. But yeah, this is very dangerous. I mean, 5-on-5. We have some nades as well coming in from EXTREMUM, smoked while option side. Yeah, this is a really weird round.
Yeah, like, you know, you're obviously hoping for something else. You're probably hoping for a ramp rush into your stack.
Don't get me wrong. I get, you know, like, the game plan for FURIA here wasn't, like, the ace in the hole, but EXTREMUM's pistol rounds have been gnarly now, right? Like, think about how both of them have ended. It feels like FURIA, you know, you would try and peek an angle, you just get 1 bullet immediately.
Sure.
Don't even get to see anything. So that's going to give EXTREMUM a nice little way to try and, you know, squeeze themselves back into the lead here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great pistol round, make the right call for sure. As you pointed out, that's the second one for EXTREMUM here. This could have also been, if FURIA had a better start of that T half. They actually had a really good T side, I'd say. Good on EXTREMUM there. Grat 3 kills to close off the half. All of a sudden, people still talk about that this map tends to be a little bit CT-sided. I don't know. I feel like with the economy, especially with the T side winning pistol. And if you win the next 2 rounds as well, do you feel like you tend to see a T side kind of win 8-7, 9-6?
Az is calling for his boys to come join him. He's found a little window down in B, although they're wrapping instead towards Heaven. Az stays in his position, and the bomb is going to follow towards the garage as Heaven gets taken. Luckily, it's full USPs, right? No one's really committed here for Furia. No one really cares about how this round goes. And isn't that fortunate? Because the A site is barren. One man here, hiding behind the vent. Feels like he got spotted, but I guess not. Now
yeah,
he will be.
Furia is the only team we've seen as well that are doing these buys on CT side. They just eco once, they don't buy anything. We will be seeing a buy for next. Most teams tends to buy if they lose pistol for the second round for CT side. And then you have a double eco on top of that, you get the AWP. But Furia likes to do it a little bit different. They just do 1 eco. Won't be seeing an AWP, but a strong buy nonetheless.
Oh.
Doing some damage here as well. They leaving the bomb site here? Oh my god. Imagine if Junior had a kit.
Or if he just went for it. Fair enough.
Yeah, I like to believe the 10-second no kit stick is a little optimistic. I like to believe that someone would go back.
We could have seen an AWP at K-Star at 5k. But look at this buy, right? Like, I'm not sure why we don't see more CT sides do this. It's very strong, right? Like, 3rd buy round, and you get like 2 AUGs. Essentially, it's, in my opinion, a little bit less risky, right? Like, these eco buys, sure, they can win, right? But, like, wouldn't you want to buy like this heading to 3rd? If you lose it, right, you're still buying 5th round. So, technically, it's the same.
The far secret run. What are the rest of these?
Oh, it's interesting that Robin's just argued, you know, pro 3rd round buy. I've agreed with Robin on everything he's ever said. I'm an anti 3rd round buyer.
You're not a fan of this buy here?
I get why Furia do it. I get why Furia do it. They don't need the nades, man.
No, and you know, I mean,
you can also be a little bit smarter with this, right? Like, sometimes you do see a FAMAS, right? Especially in, like, choke points, you do get, like, full sets of nades. But imagine a 3rd buy with 2 AUGs, right? On a map like Nuke or Train, overpass, long distance maps. It's very strong. But if you do it every round, like, the T sites are ready for it, right? That's why it tends to not be as successful. But let's say you throw it in there every now and then. Because for EXTREMUM, right, they're aware of Furia likes to do this. So they buy ARs, right? So it's AR versus AR. But imagine that time where, you throw that in a curveball, you know that T's don't have, 5 ARs. And this might still be a Furia round. Bomb gets dropped, 3 versus 3 now.
Oh my god, the tech gets absolutely deleted. It's a triple lower stack as well. They rotated down with the bomb. And this is where Furia had this site just padded to the 9s. Speaking of, 9 on the board, both teams. Ooh, see what I did there. Yeah, no, man, that was actually gnarly. And you know what, Robin, you kind of turned me around on it a little bit. I think also the element of surprise factor, you know, the idea of, like, kind of is against the grain to try and bring out these, like, you know, AUG buys in round 3. I can get behind it. Robin, you've changed me. For the better, maybe.
Yeah. Especially, I mean,
you're easily led, Harry. I expect you to. I want to see a fight about this, actually.
I know he's going to force every second round anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm not actually changing myself at all. No. I'm just saying, you know, okay, I don't hate it. You know, like, I get it. It's situational.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
we found common ground.
Because remember, right, as well, Harry, right, what I always say, like, even when you have these second round buys, I like to do something with them, right? I would rather just have a flat out save and buy for 3rd, or, you know, if you are buying for 2nd on Nuke, for example, you know, some scout setups, close quarters with pistols, staying on train, like, let's do something with it, right? So we don't just, like, actively think, we're just gonna hit the headshots and win.
That is also a good strategy. Hitting the headshots,
which works a lot. A lot. Again,
I mean, look, case in point.
But what about Queserato? Here he is, up on top of the hut.
Yeah, see, they hit all the shots. They shot all the heads. Easy,
you know what, guys?
I
had fish and chips for the first time since getting back to the UK today.
Ooh, how was it?
You know, it was a big plate of stodge that just has absolutely laid me up. People are probably mercifully, oh, Richard's quiet today, thank God. Yeah, just because I've had a massive plate of fish and chips with peas and curry sauce, and I've done myself a mischief, haven't I?
Curry sauce, though, man.
You got to have to again. It's moisture, isn't it? If I don't have any moisture, how could I get a chip down me? I'd be like a seagull, like trying to get it in my gizzard, you know. Got to have the curry sauce.
Speaking of the seagulls, Junior's up in heaven gets the one.
Robin's the best segue. He is the
Speaking
segue
of seagulls. Yeah, speaking of seagulls.
Oh, EXTREMUM are having their dinner right now.
Is that your version of Chipotle here, Richard? Are you going to be fully activated here after, you know, this game? You just have to use the
I don't know, mate. I don't know, honestly. Like, it's like, mate, it was just a calorific intake I wasn't prepared for. I thought, like, I'll have a large cod, right? And obviously, you know, I've been in America for a while where large means basically like small, you know what I mean? Like, so I was like, all right, I'm used to American portions now, but holy moly, there's no way this was a cod. Like, there's no way you could have made a movie about this cod. Would have been it could have been a stunt double for Jaws, this bastard, right? So massive it was. I was like, I've got to eat all the fish. Don't waste the fish, right? And I'd also got a large chips, a large peas, and a large curry sauce. I'm absolutely wrecked myself. But you could draw stitches down my sides now, and people would think I was like an American football. I'm absolutely massive, like. Anyway. It was good though. It was good. You know, British cuisine gets laughed at all around the world.
Yeah,
I understand why.
Get it.
I understand why to a certain degree, but like you can't beat good fish and chips and a good pie. We're the king of pies. I don't care what anyone says.
We do other people's food so well. That's what I think.
Okay. There's your, don't say so well. The problem with the UK, I think we're like the jack of all trades. Like, you know, we do everything kind of okay. You know, it's pretty good. But it's not, you know, award-winning. If you want, like, the real shit, you got to go there. That's kind of the vibe from the UK, man.
Depends on the cuisine, but yeah.
Cuisine.
Sure. Cuisine. Shut up, Mr. Hawaiian shirt. Laughing at me right now.
I thought Nico had turned up for a guest appearance there. Shut up!
Shut up!
I take my inspirations from, you know, the best to do it.
Yeah, sure.
You know, Hugo, you're wearing a hoodie to the game that decides who goes to the final.
You're wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
It's a shirt. It's got a shirt in the title, doesn't it?
He's got a point there, Hugo.
I do want to say I am bitterly disappointed with how none of you adhered to the dress code.
Hey, I am wearing a shirt every day.
When FURIA are playing, I'm very disappointed in all of you.
I've won plenty of shirts this event. I don't think I can be held to it.
Things you have to wear shirts for, right? Court appearances, funerals, weddings, when FURIA are playing. And you guys have defied it. I mean, at least, Harry's right. At least it's a shirt. Although, if you did turn up to court wearing that shirt, I would give you 10 years for bad fucking taste. So, however, it's fine. It's a shirt still. You guys have disrespected FURIA. You've disrespected Summit. You've disrespected me as a host.
That was only my intention, not the other two. But
nah, mate, I'm in a sweatshirt today because, as I said, I didn't even want to try putting the shirt on. Like buttoning it up right now would hurt. Like the fish and chips are just rippling beneath the surface, like a scene out of Alien. Right, back to the game, boys. I'm gonna just have a rest. Dad's down for the day, boy.
Uncle Rich is going to bed.
No, he's had half a cider. He's wrecked. See you.
Look at this streak of blue, man. 5 in a row for
since
FURIA.
that third bye, man. Harry, what do you think about that?
Oh,
yeah,
man. They haven't even gotten a bomb plant since.
Oh, Harry.
No, they haven't. But Robin, if you remember, we were on the same team. You don't have to restart this rivalry. It's all well and good.
Hugo did say, though, that you wouldn't be doing it. That's what I'm saying. Nice stuff, though, here from EXTREMUM.
Temporarily, of course. Look at the bomb. Yuri's fighting for it. Oh, he loses his life. Would have loved him to wait a few more seconds for Keiserato to get in position. He can still late trade. Liaz crossing to the right corner. Keiserato does not know Re-smoke at the back of lobby.
They're
It's a bit of a
taking lobby.
mistake for EXTREMUM, because it was an outside default. Sure, we have 2 players here from EXTREMUM, but you tend to drop the bomb at a different spot.
Oh, he was above. That's one way to steal it back. Azza's got an A pick. Forget the bomb. We're getting all the kills here, boys. Only Keserato, and he turns away after 1. Liaz closing the round, puts EXTREMUM on double digits. They come alive. Finally, about time. They had to right then and there if they actually wanted to be still in this first map.
Yeah, it was looking like FURIA was just gonna run away with it.
I think the days
See
of
the
running
money.
away with games when you play EXTREMUM are over. They've found something within themselves. It's like an episode of Dragon Ball Z, probably, which I've never watched because I'm too old. But in theory, don't they go into something called a hyperbolic time chamber and get increasingly stronger? No?
You're asking another boomer here.
Well, I was hoping Harry and Hugo were going to step in with their knowledge of children's cartoons and save the day, but much like the dress code, they've let me down. So bitterly disappointed. Anyway, the point being, I think the days of EXTREMUM getting blown out, I think they're over.
I think the days of one-sided CS matches are pretty much over, right? Obviously that differentiates when you have a big difference in skill, but this money system, you can just never quite take your foot off the gas, I feel. Doesn't matter the lead. I mean, we got that from Azza yesterday. He said in EU, he said you could be 10-0 and you can still lose a map. In Europe especially, every team can do it.
Yeah, and he spoke a little bit about, there's so many different play styles as well, and when you don't have the luxury of only playing the same 10 teams, right, and tend to learn some tendencies, now you're playing 30 teams, 40 teams, they all have different play styles, they are from different regions. I can definitely see it with the economy as well being the way it is. Like, the way that FURIA's money is shaping up to be, at least for this round, if you do win this, yeah, we could see it, 16-10. Potentially, it's a good hold here. Did see a bit of an outside setup here from FURIA. Trades as well, and
Oh, Liaz, it's lovely. The taps from Liaz. Have they just saved this? Now they know where both players are. Junior, he's realizing they're trying to get around him. They're trying to bypass him, and he was hoping that this would be his opportunity to stop this bomb. However, it just... Don't go back. Don't go back. Oh, Keserato's going to catch Jacob. He was fighting on ramp. He's been hunted, and now Gratisfaction is left in the 1v2. He does get that bomb down. Swings with the orb. Gratisfaction. There it is. The lineup, the double. It's so perfect. EXTREMUM.
That second kill from Liaz was absolutely awesome.
Tap,
that was
right?
the game changer, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the game changer.
yeah, we see the replay here again. This one is absolutely nuts. He almost gets the third also.
I know, like, that's ridiculous. Like,
imagine.
That's just your muscle memory kicking in there. Like, that shot was so fast, I don't think his brain had time to register it. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, the brain's just gone, here, mate, you just killed someone, you know? And he's gone, wow, have I? Oh, yeah.
That's
okay.
one way to do it.
I was going to say, super important round here. We have a double up setup. FURIA pretty much broke after this. EXTREMUM have done a really good job here on this T side, coming back into it with an entry as well on round 25. To win this, they're back at it. Could be an even scoreline.
Yeah, the second AWP has come outside after Art's spam through the smoke. Vinny on ramp. Junior can rotate, but he's actually dropped into the A site, so that option is now gone. Vinny will have to either die fighting or escape down to B. Nice push from Keserato, well timed to catch Azza, selling his fake outside. Now it's going to likely come down to the ramp play flashes going in either which way. Vinny trying to evade capture here. Always committed. He's done some damage, but they're going to hunt him down eventually. Bentet with a kill. Into B they go. Case Rato coming down secret. And Yuri baiting for him. This is a great bait for Yuri. He doesn't need to fight. He just needs to make noise and draw them away from Case Rato. He lets them pass. One, and there it is. As Grat turns, Case Rato activates. They're going to hunt, but it doesn't matter. He's unleashed in the back of B. 2 kills. Yuri coming through the window. Junior down the vent with the orb. It's all getting a little bit hot and heavy here for EXTREMUM. Bentet gets the stick. Oh, that does give him the 1v1. The ammo's out, and Yuri wins the round.
So low.
Man,
That's so unfortunate.
I don't know what was going on there though. Like, why you can hit? Like, you know, he's sticking the plant.
Yeah, no, that's the fear. That's the fear. The fear that he's just faking it, right? You don't want to open the door, give him the 1v1. Junior dies.
Well, normally you would open the door and close it, right? Just to give
exactly.
Case Rato some more time. But again, we're talking super small details here, right? At the end,
they're the ones that matter.
Yeah,
that's what I believe.
You know, maybe after that, you know, we talk about it. That's Junior. We sit there, right? You know, probably we have a more experienced player that finds himself in more situations like that. Potentially, you see that, right? Nonetheless, they win the round. So definitely, though, was very close. It gave Bentet really what he wanted, right? 2 one-on-one duels.
Yeah, one more bullet in this gun, he might have had it. This time he gets flashed into Hut. It's a god flash for Case Rato. And, you know, say what you want, Junior, I think, has had a good game here. He's been really great at going in, getting a kill, and then completely resetting, never offering up these trades. Nice flash again. And Grat, I mean, everyone's blind. Knife's out. Grat's going to get shanked in the lobby. And that's 15 for FURIA. Art was so weighted.
Okay, this is actually sick, man. Like, you know, this rivalry, this like FURIA versus what was 100 Thieves at the time, now EXTREMUM, just gonna say it, you know, just so you don't get confused.
Oh, really?
This rivalry was one of my favorite things in 2020, right? Like, these guys would so often come up against each other, and a lot of the times it was FURIA taking the W's. You know, then we haven't seen them play for months since that last dance that we talk about, right? Since that little New York extravaganza. But, you know, now the rivalry's back and better than ever. We've got knife kills coming in from Art. We've got FURIA looking dominant. Vinny pressured at ramp, but he's not crumbling underneath it. Instead, a diamond is made in this round, man. He's dropped the bomb. It's just gratisfaction. 1v5. And this should be the map. There's Junior wrecking him with the AWP to close it out. And that will be FURIA, 1-0 up now. Next, we go to Vertigo, a reoccurring theme in the tail that is this matchup, that is this rivalry. Let's see who takes that after the break.